It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we have Amon-Ra St. Brown on center stage. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Lions and the Texans under the lights on Sunday night.
We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their teams via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
About ready to get this one started. Jaime Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Lions, led by Jared Goff, chanting his name during the playoffs in 2023 in Detroit. Far cry from the trade from the Rams to the Lions, second in the league in passing a season ago.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them.
Oh no, right at the start, he loses the football. The Texans have it. And he's going to score. Do you believe this start? Opening minute of the game. Fumble recovery and a touchdown. And that is the dream start for this defense on the opening drive. They get the first points of the game for their team.
You know, Mike, every team, they have an opening drive script. So what it is, it's the plays they feel best about. Pass, run, establish a little rhythm, and get your players into the game a little bit. Here they are executing their opening script, something they've done all week long. They cough the ball up, scoop, score, and you couldn't have drafted a worse start for this offense.
Now Jaime Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this one is blocked. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. The numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. The Texans have it. And he's going to score. Do you believe this start? Opening minute of the game. Fumble recovery and a touchdown. Oh, man, what a start for this team. 2 drives, 2 scores, and it's both their scores. First one by the offense, and Greg, now the defense gets one on the board.
Yeah, this is just a dream scenario, Mike. I mean, you talk so often, guys, we got to start the game and capture some momentum. We have to go out and impose our will on our opponent. In this case, both sides of the ball have clearly come to play. We got a special teams touchdown, Mike, and we can go for the trifecta.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Past midfield. Look at him go. And he's going to take this all the way back. 92 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, it is one of the most exciting plays in football. Rare that we see it. But when it all comes together and works out in a return for a touchdown, it is truly something special.
And it is, Mike. It is because we don't see it very often. In a world of the ever-increasing touchback, we don't see a lot of returns in this league. So when you get one, let alone one as exciting as that, man, it is fun to watch.
Now Goff leads the Lions for a 2-point try. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Texans come out with the Rookie of the Year from last year in the NFL. C.J. Stroud, he was the #2 overall pick out of Ohio State. Greg, a talented quarterback here.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. First carry for Joe Mixon. He'll take this down to the 23. Brian Branch in on the tackle. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Stroud. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former #2 overall pick, in there to bring him down. 3rd and long. Now Stroud. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive. So 4th down, and it's the former Chief, Tommy Townsend, to punt for Houston. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On play action, Goff. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. They'll look to pick up the pace. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. And that is going to be knocked away. Incomplete. And with that, time has expired here in the opening quarter. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. The offense in hurry-up mode, pushing the pace. Now, faking the give. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he's in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On On play action, he'll set up to throw. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. On first down, it's Stroud. Off-balance throw. It's complete. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Here's the third and final timeout for the Lions. 2nd and a yard. On play action, Stroud. They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. Still going. And he will go all the way. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Texans have taken a 4-point advantage. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's into space past the 25. And he will score. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Throwing here is Goff. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. There's Nico Collins and his Texans teammates getting set for their next possession. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That is incomplete. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Mixon. Well, this play, like this drive, going backwards. A loss there on 3rd down. A very quick 3-and-out. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Raymond going to return it, and he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On first down, it's Goff. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Texans 20. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Pierce for the return. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Mechie, the man in motion. Second down, here's a run, and here's Mixon. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. Well, the quarterback just kept going back and back, and you're wondering, what's he going to do? And, well, there's the answer. He's going to give the defense 2 points.
Yeah, and you have to wonder, Mike, did he just lose track of actually how far he was retreating? And at some point, you think that ball's going to come out, and he's going to throw it away and move on to the next down, but he didn't, and now the defense is going to take advantage and get 2 points.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to have the first down yardage. Across the 50 to the 48.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Goff going to throw here on first and 10.
And as we saw in the first half, Mike, the defense was really unable to do anything to slow him down. He put up some really big numbers there in the first 2 quarters. Now here in the second half, just doesn't look like they've made many adjustments in the attempt to slow him down.
On second down, Goff. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And he's into the end zone yet again. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. That is his 3rd touchdown of the game and his 9th for the year. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2, unsuccessful. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Pierce for the return. We'll get across the 20, mark them at 22-yard line. First and 10. Here's Stroud. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Stroud to throw. A throw there on second down to be incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for third down.
Third down and 8 yards to go.
To throw, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff to throw on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Throwing on second down. Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Down at the 12. It's first and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. A second down throw for Goff. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. On play action, Goff. That one, take it in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game. That is one behind the single-game NFL record. Now Goff leads the Lions for a 2-point drop.
The Lions will
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Now Goff. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up second and 20 at the 14-yard line.
On second down, Stroud. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the... And now the referee, looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target.
After reviewing the play, ruling on the field and conversion.
So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Throwing on second down, Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Third and long.
Brings up third down and 20.
Throwing is Stroud. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. Clock will stop. 21 seconds to go in the game. The Texans set to punt this one away. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. 10 catches now in the game. They've gone his way early and often. That one for a first down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. That's seemingly pretty silly with 1 second left in the game. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This one from 52 yards away. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions will extend their lead. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. A game they really did struggle in. It looked like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Houston, good night, everyone.